It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours, and it cannot be taken from you. Buddha. Welcome to the Good Karma Success Coach podcast. My name is Melinda Van Fleet, and I'm a mindset success coach. And each week, my intent is to bring you tactical tips, tools, share my learnings and stories that can help you in your career or general life and make an impact. I aim to inspire, transform, and be relatable to where you are in your journey. I might even throw in a mantra each week to help you practice changing your mindset. I strongly believe that if I can do it, you can do it too. So what's stopping you? Well, this week I'm going to talk about the fact that I tweaked the name of my podcast and my Instagram account and my website. And I changed it from the Good Karma Life Coach to the Good Karma Success Coach. And it's something that has been coming up for quite some time. And my husband, who I admire so much, I think he's so smart. Every time we were kind of talking about something, he would bring it up. And I eventually was like, you know what? You're right. So my thought process around this podcast, and it might not be very long, I'm not sure, is just to talk about how when you don't feel in alignment with something in your life, that it's okay to make a change. It's okay to pivot. And it's funny because I had just seen on LinkedIn a little video that was flying around with Barbara Corcoran, and she was saying the reasons why she does not choose an entrepreneur on Shark Tank. And one of the reasons is if they pivot in their business, she feels they don't know what they're doing. And I just strongly disagree. I don't think there's any entrepreneur out there that starts knowing exactly what to do. And the people that pivot and make changes and make decisions and are smart about things, those are the people that end up being successful. You have to be able to make changes, learn from mistakes, learn from what you're doing or maybe something you read or feedback you heard, and be able to make some improvements in your business. I mean, we've definitely done that with our charter business with Good Karma Sport Fishing. I can give the easy example is when we started, we thought Ryan would have a mate. And we went through several mates, I think 5 mates between January and May, when I finally said, you know what, all these mates and all this drama is just ridiculous. It's not working out. I'm going to help you with the boat, and we're going to save every penny, and then we're going to automate it, and you won't have a mate. So right away, we had to make a business change. And we've done many along the ways and gotten stronger and better and more successful for those things. What was happening to me is I would think of the term life coach and the experience that I've had in using that term or word, however you want to say. I just personally wasn't feeling alignment. I think because my background is in business, over 16 years in the corporate world, and then the last 10, because it's actually 10 years this year that we got laid off and started over from scratch as more entrepreneurial and as a sales rep. My journey has been about building success, figuring out what does success look like for us and how do we get there. And it's been a lot of hard work, to be really honest, and several years of grinding and trying to figure it out and making those tweaks and pivots. But now it definitely feels more like success. And success to everyone looks different. And I think that's something too to think about is, what does success look like to you? Success could just be a lot of money to you. Success could be 5 houses all over the world. Success to me, and I even think to my husband, is ease, is joy and ease. Because when we were laid off, we didn't know how we were going to pay our rent. We didn't know how we were going to pay our electricity bill. And we had to figure that out. So to me, success is the ease that I don't have to worry about it. At the beginning of the month, I can easily pay all of our bills and put money in savings and have money to spend on our businesses so we can continue to grow and develop, which I think is so important. That to me is success, and that brings me joy and makes me happy. It makes me happy when we can go on vacation easily and not have to stress about it. Makes me happy when I can easily buy some books or coaching materials or whatever I feel I need and not have to stress about it. And when I ventured into going to coaching class last fall, life coach was really the only word or terminology I had heard of for this line of work, besides therapist, which is something completely different. And so I went with that, honestly. Didn't think much about it. But as I work more with people and my clients and have really kind of found my way into what I feel I can really help people and impact people with, it is working on themselves and the business aspect so they can be the best they can be, so they can crush it in their business and their life. Versus the fact that I'm not a mom, except for I have 3 little dogs. And so I'm not probably the best at helping someone with their kids if they have some issues with their kids. I'm not the best at helping you if you're trying to quit smoking or if you have issues from your past. Those are things that now, as I've gotten more into this, I would refer out to somebody else to help you. If you've had childhood trauma, I would refer you to someone that knows that firsthand and can help you much better than I can. My intent is to help you be your best through working with you on your mindset, boundaries, saying no, getting good people into your life versus toxic people, communication, relationships, help with being overwhelmed so you can maximize your time and your business ideas. And I approach it both from a mindset, spiritual type vibe, let's say, and then also the actual business experience that I have. And that's why I feel I needed to pivot. And I also want to mention that pivoting and making tweaks isn't just about business. It's about your life too. And it's that work that you do every day that helps you make decisions to pivot. And it doesn't have to be anything major. Sometimes it's just the little small steps in the right direction. For me, it was just changing that one word. So I want to close, I just spontaneously thought of this. Instead of a mantra today, I just want you to stop and think and take a few moments, and I'll just be quiet, and just think about, what does success look like for you? And is there anything in your life that you feel you need to do a pivot on? And just give it like a moment to close your eyes. If you're running or driving, don't do that, please. Just take a moment with your thoughts to think about, what does success look like for you? And what in your life do you need to pivot or tweak in order to achieve that vision? Now, some of you might need longer. I might maybe have taken longer, but you get the point. So I just thought that I would change it up a little bit. And I find that visualizing and writing in your journal and really taking some time to be alone with your thoughts is so important. I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about how people are afraid to be alone with their thoughts nowadays. Everyone is so busy consuming content, watching TV, having to be around others, whatever. And I totally agree with that. I actually stopped listening to podcasts in my car probably over the last month. I can't remember. And now I'm just used to it. Now I'm just used to the silence in my car when I drive up to the grocery store. And it's so nice just to be alone with my thoughts. And I try to always do that a couple times a day at various times to just have some time to think, to visualize, to be grateful. Whatever you want to use that time for, I think is really cool and something to be appreciative of, that you can do that. You can change your mind and you can think of things that you want to work on so you can be a better person. So I hope you like my podcast and what I shared this week and find useful. I have an Instagram account, the Good Karma Success Coach, and I would love it if you followed me. I started doing a daily morning walk content share that I'll probably talk about more next week. I haven't really decided. Today was day 5, so we'll see how it goes. And that's been kind of fun. So I'll talk about my learnings for that. Yep, I'll make that next week's podcast. But you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Please check out my website, The Good Karma Success Coach. Please also share my podcast. I would love it. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love a rating and review on iTunes, but most important, to share. I love to share podcasts and also hear from other people. So feel free to shoot me an email, melinda@melindavanfleet.com, or reach out on any of those other platforms. So until next time, be grateful, curious, keep taking steps forward, and always be learning. And you know what? Have some fun too. Thanks for listening.